20th meeting of the Hammond City Plan Commission. First order of business is Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call.
Roger Brock,
Here.
Sam Stockman,
Here.
Nathaniel Harris, Ann Herbert. Here. William Hutton, Juan Moreno,
Here.
Michael Tinker,
Here.
Kimberly White, Thomas White,
Here.
6 present, we have a quorum.
Mr. President, just to recognize that Dave Westland will now be our attorney. Mr. Kramer has moved on to other things. So everybody can just welcome our new attorney.
Okay. Welcome aboard, Dave. Next, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes of the February 17th meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Motion and a second. Questions or comments on the minutes? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Old business, do we have any old business, Brian?
No old business.
Yeah, we move on to new business, CP 15-03, petition of the Hammond Housing Authority to amend PUD Ordinance 9188 for the PUD district, also known as Columbia Center, located in the 1200, 1300 block of 173rd Street and the 7400 blocks of Columbia Avenue, located in the city of Hammond. There's a public hearing for this. Were the notices properly posted?
Yes, they were.
Okay. Yes.
So I am here on behalf of the Housing Authority to petition to amend the PUD ordinance. There's 3 sections that we actually had to revise. One of them is section 109, and that's basically just adding the maintenance building, increasing the size of the maintenance building, going from 2,000 square feet to 2,700 square feet, and we also added 2 greenhouses. And the other one is section 115, the unit 6, lot 13. We actually downsized the number of residential buildings on that lot. We went from 16 residentials to 10 residential buildings for a total of 36 units. And also section 116, unit 6, lot 14. We increased the number of residential buildings on that lot. We went from 8 to 12. And there's going to be 40 units on that lot.
Is that more than what was there in the original PUD, or is it the same?
It's essentially the same. We just shifted some buildings from one lot to the other, basically.
There was clarified some of the setbacks, didn't we?
We clarify the setbacks, yes, and we also clarify the wording as to the greenhouse on the main lot.
Any questions from any of the board members? Is there anyone in the audience who would like to comment?
Jake.
No? Okay. That closes the public hearing. Brian?
In your packet, you should have a copy of the staff report that is entitled CP 1503, and attached to that is a copy of the original staff report when we approved the PUD ordinance, which is CP 1207. There's just a cross-reference between the two, and I only amended the sections that were, pertinent to the current case. But in essence, as was proposed, this is a proposal to change the text of the PUD district ordinance for the sections that were specified for Lot 6A and lots 13 and 14 of Unit 6. Part of what goes into the project are some things that are going to be the follow-up steps. Circle Court is located in Lot 14, and that is going to go through the process to be vacated. There's a lot of discussions with the utilities as to how the property will be served. Most of the utilities are private, and there's discussions of how to make some of those utilities public, if at all possible. Architecturally, the properties will be similar to the character of the buildings that are currently out there, and any of the setback requirements that were adjusted are already compensated for with the interior space in the middle of lots 13 and 14. And as was noted by the representative from the Housing Authority, the overall number of units were being reduced, but it's still shifting units from one block to another. Staff recommendation is to recommend favorably for the adoption of the amendments to the Columbia Center Plan Unit Development District Ordinance 9188 and forward proposed ordinance to the City Council favorable recommendation. If the Plan Commission agrees with the recommendation, the staff requests that this report be adopted by the Plan Commission as preliminary findings of fact.
Any questions from anyone on the commission? Do we have a motion to adopt the preliminary findings of fact?
I'll make the motion.
Motion is second. Any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Roger Brown,
Yes.
Sam Stockman,
Yes?
Ann Herbert,
Yes.
Juan Moreno,
Yes.
Michael Tinker,
Yes.
Thomas White,
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
So, does this have to go to the council, or we just approve it?
No, Stan, it has to go to the City Council.
It's a PUD, so it's something that we normally don't do here.
Yeah, this is changing the actual text portion of the ordinance, so it's technically amending the zoning ordinance, so you do have to send it to the City Council. And as noted in my report, it is with a favorable recommendation.
So do I have a motion to send it to the city council with a favorable motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Second? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Roger Brown,
Yes.
Sam Stockman,
Yes.
Ann Herbert,
Yes.
Juan Moreno,
Yes.
Michael Tinker,
Yes.
Thomas White,
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
That completes it, right, Brian?
Yes.
You don't need anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move on to correspondence. Do we have any correspondence? Do we have any commissioners' comments? Is there a Bulls game on tonight? Is that why we're moving so fast? Do we have any staff comments, Brian?
Yes, I want to let the Planning Commission know that there are potentially 5 or more cases that are going to show up at the May Plan Commission meeting. I've been working with a lot of people for several months, and it seems that they are all decided to make their filing at the same time. With the Housing Authority, we are going to be looking at the final development plan and the final plat of PUD for this property, the lot 13 and 14 and lot 6A. So that's 2 of the cases. Tangentially, one of the things that, we should have talked about is that the Housing Authority is petitioning the City Council to make Blackstone Drive a one-way street, to put angled parking on that street, And they will also be petitioning the council to vacate the Circle Court, which is in the middle of Lot 14. The vacation of Circle Court that will have a factor on the Plan Commission approving the plat of PUD for that property and the timing. We also will have the assisted living project on Soul Avenue is going to be ready for its final development plan. There is potentially two subdivision cases related to the Marina Development District on Fifth Avenue that will separate out property from the Walmart that's up there and from the gas station. These are considered to be, in some respects, a pre-subdivision before we can handle the whole subdivision of the true development. And there's a couple of others that may be out there, potentially some property near Concordia Cemetery. They're looking at a subdivision that may or may not be ready for the meeting, and some others. So I hope that everybody will be able to attend the May meeting to handle a great workload. But it also shows that there's a lot of things going on in the city of Hammond.
Ryan, when is that May meeting?
I believe it was the 18th. Yeah.
18th.
Anything else, Brian?
No.
Okay. There's obviously no public comment. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Motion and a second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passed.